Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be doing my MLB playoff predictions. And as you know, the MLB playoffs start tomorrow, so let's get on with it. And first I'm going to start with the National League. So as you know, the seeds are first place the Dodgers, second place the Braves, third place the Cubs, fourth place, the Padres. Fifth place, the Cards. Sixth place, I think the Marlins. Seventh, the Reds. And eighth, the Brewers. So let's, actually, sixth, the Marlins. Seventh, the Reds. And eighth, the Brewers. Okay, so here we go. And for the first series, the Dodgers are at home versus the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers winning 2-0 in the 3-game series because they are home and they just dominated throughout the whole regular season without a doubt. So, and we were, I think, one of the two only teams, the other being the Tampa Bay Rays, to win more than 40 games. So I think it's going to be a decisive factor. Next series, the Braves versus the Reds. I'm going to take the Braves 2-0 because even though the Reds made the playoffs, I feel like they were overhyped in a sense that they were projected to do more than what we expected from them, more than what people expected from them. I think some people expected them to win the division. So yeah, I'm going to have the Braves winning 2-0. Third series, Cubs versus Marlins. This is a tricky one because considering every single time Miami has gone to the playoffs, the 2 or 3 times they made the playoffs, they won the whole thing. So they could be a tricky team. So I'm still gonna pick the Cubs 2-1 simply because the Cubs are at home, and even though they're not gonna be in the public, they're gonna have home field advantage throughout the whole series. And lastly, the Padres versus the Cardinals. This one was the most difficult to predict. I actually used a simulator to see who would advance for this round. And it said the Cardinals, even though the Cardinals are pretty good, even if I had used a simulator or not, but they're a pretty good team. And well, if they pull off the upset in the series, I'm all in for it, to be honest. And now we go into the divisional round, 5 games. First series, Dodgers versus the Cardinals, number 1 seed versus number 5 seed. I'm taking the Dodgers 3-2 because, as I said, the Cardinals are a sneaky good team. They're a tricky team to play against. I think this series will be close to maybe there will be that one game where they're a huge blowout or something, but overall I think the series will be way closer than what most people would expect. Then the Cubs versus the Braves. I'm going to go with the Cubs in 5, 3-2 series victory for the Cubs. They, I think, look better, especially with the competitiveness of the National League Central, because as you notice, there's 4 teams of the Central division made it to the playoffs. So I think that division was very competitive. So I think they can use that since they've taken more to blow in the regular season what the Braves did, in my opinion. So I'll go with the Cubs there. Then we have the Cubs versus the Dodgers in the NLCS. This is gonna be an interesting matchup for sure. An interesting matchup in the series for sure. I'm going to go with the Dodgers in 7. 7. Because the Cubs are another sneaky good team. And they qualified for a reason. They qualified for a reason, and they have some pretty good players. I'm pretty interested to see what they do, to be honest. And I actually hope we get to play the Cubs in the NLCS, to be honest. Our team, I'm a Dodgers fan, if you didn't know. They're 2 pretty good teams, and I think it's gonna, this could go either, the NLCS could go either way, to be honest with you. Now moving on to the the American division, or the American League side. So these are the seeds. The Rays are the number 1 seed. The Twins are the number 2 seed. The Athletics are the number 3 seed. The Yankees are likely the number 4 seed. The Indians are the 5 seed. The Sox are the 6th seed. The Astros are the 7th seed, and the Blue Jays are the 8th seed. So let's start with the Rays and Blue Jays. I'm going to have the Rays winning 2-0 in the series, simply because, well, the Rays have already played the Blue Jays regular season, and so far, considering that the Rays have already won the division in a sense, and took the first place, I think like already shown their dominance there. So I wouldn't be surprised if they easily sweep the Blue Jays, to be honest. And let's go to the 2nd seed, Twins versus Astros. I'm going to go with, well, the Twins in a 2-0 series. The Twins look like pretty good, and well, the Astros, however, like they show up for the playoffs. I'm gonna tell you that they look sloppy. They looked sloppy this, if I'm allowed to use that word, in like the start regular season, but they pulled out enough, and looks like, and they're now snuck into the playoffs. However, I think the Twins are gonna pull this off simply because they have the better team. Besides, they're at home in Minnesota. It's like so yeah. Okay, next, the Athletics versus the White Sox. I'm going to take the Athletics in 3-2-1, simply because this could be like a competitive series, since like the Sox were leading for much of the year. The American League Central, and they could have actually won it had they not dropped some couple of games. But I mean, they're a pretty interesting team. I wonder, this series could go either way, to be honest. I actually, like, to be honest, if I were to choose personally, I would say the Athletics. However, this could go either way, to be honest. Now, the final series, the Indians versus the Yankees. I'm going to take the Yankees in 3, simply because, well, they have like a better team. Like, here's the thing about the Yankees this season: they have a better team. However, they couldn't pull it out, in a sense. They couldn't like pull it out this time, to be honest, and like to win the division or anything. So like however, I'll still take them for the win, simply because I think personally I think they're a better team than the Indians. Even though like the Indians are in a more competitive division, like I could say. However, I'll have to take the Yankees this time, simply because they have better players. I think better overall squad. Next, we got the Athletics and the Twins in the ALDS. I'm going to take the Athletics in 5. Going to take the Athletics in 5, and well, this is another interesting series. This is another pretty interesting series. The Athletics were at one time the number 1 seed. The Twins are at one time also the number 1 seed at one time. So this could be pretty interesting. I mean, like, this coin flip. Like, again, personally, I would take Oakland. But this series could go either way, to be honest. And yeah, that's my personal feeling about that. And now the Rays versus the Yankees. I'll take the Rays in 5 also. Simply because, well, the Rays won the division. And besides, they already know how the Yankees play, so they can take advantage of that, similar to how they already know how the Blue Jays play. So I think, yeah, I think that could be a factor. And for the ALCS, I have the Athletics in 6. 4-2 series, Athletics in 6. Like, I could say, like, the first place in the American League was pretty closely decided, to be honest. Even though the Rays pulled away, there were instances in where maybe Minnesota could look like a better team, Oakland could look like a better team. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if like, I think Oakland pulls this off, like, simply because, well, they're more like well-rounded, in my opinion, and I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. This series, I mean, every Oakland series is going to be versus its rival is going to be pretty interesting because how good the other team is, to be honest. And now moving on to what could be and what is most likely to be the World Series. We've got the Dodgers versus the Athletics. like the Battle of California, Los Angeles versus Oakland, and I'm gonna go with the Dodgers in 7. Like this, we played in the regular season already, and well, they actually won a game against us, so kudos to them. To be honest, GG to them because they won a game won a game in that 3 series versus us. And I mean, yeah, they're a pretty interesting team. Both of these teams are pretty interesting, and well, I think the Dodgers pull like this one off simply because, well, individual talent. Since, like, well, not saying like it will take like individualistic things to win, but like I'll say like more because of like the talent some of like the Dodgers players have compared to the Athletics. They recently signed Mookie Betts like in the off season, like this, like before the season, the off season they signed Mookie Betts plus, and well, the Dodgers won the National League. This series could go either way, in my opinion. 4-3 is for the Dodgers, what I'm going to say. If Oakland wins, then I mean, GG to them also. And thanks for watching this video. Comment below what your predictions are, or if you would change anything, and I'll see you in the next video.